What's up, people? It's your boy Slide. In this video, I'm going to talk about the state of happiness. You have to ask yourself this simple question. Are you truly happy? I'm not talking about if you're happy throughout the week. I'm talking about on a regular basis. Are you truly happy? You have to ask yourself this question because most people today are not happy. People are not happy because they don't like their lives. Some people found themselves in a situation where they cannot escape. Some people are on child support, and that's 18% of your income. If you have 2 kids, about 20%. 3 kids is even more. Okay? Some people are working jobs they do not like. And they keep on working there in the plan of getting a pension or to keep their health benefits. Working for a private company is one of the riskiest things you can ever do because as far as I'm concerned, private companies don't offer pensions. They don't. I think they did in the past. But as of right now, I don't think private companies offer pensions. They have 401k options and the IRA, but that's it. With government jobs, we worked for 20 years. You get a pension. I think in most state governments give you a pension after 25 years. Okay? If you work for a government job, at least you're guaranteed a pension at the end of the day. Working for a private company can be risky because they can get rid of you for any reason they want. They don't have to justify it. And even if they did have a reason to get rid of you, it's not a long process. Working for a government job, it's hard to get rid of an employee. It's not that easy. So the difference is that after 20 years working for the government, you're guaranteed a pension. Private companies, you're not guaranteed anything. And that can be frustrating because now you wasted all these years. Let's say now, for example, you spent 15 years in a private company. Then they say you're no longer employed. It can be because they downsized, because that happens a lot in private companies. So where do you go? You start all over again from square one. And let's just be honest. They say to receive a pension or to receive a pension, you have to work for a company for 20 years. But I can tell you that most people do not work for a company for 20 years. It's very rare that even happens. Very rare. So now you have people today in their 50s working for another company. And when you get older, companies are not going to hire older workers for the decent paying jobs. It's not happening. So now you have to start from square one all over again. You have people today who do not like their situations. For example, some people are forced to stay at a job they do not like because they have to make child support payments. Finding a job these days in the US is not that easy. It's really not that easy anymore. So you can't afford to be changing jobs. See, when you're in your 20s, you can find a job so easily because most employers like younger workers. Most of them do. So finding a job is pretty easy. Some people are like, you know what? I'm done with this job. I'm going to quit. And they quit that day, and the next week or two, they found themselves another job. When you enter your 30s, you cannot be doing that. You cannot be doing that in your 30s because the older you get, companies do not like hiring older workers. They don't. If you're past the age of 40, no. If you're past the age of 45, you have a lower chance of being employed. This is a fact, not an opinion. So you have people today, older, okay? Older, in their like 30s, 40s, who hate their jobs, but they can't leave because they have obligations like child support payments. And I know in some states, they don't care if you lose your job or not. They will literally tell you, find a way to get that money because we don't care about why you are unemployed. Some states are like that. So you have people today who cannot leave their current job, even though it's making them miserable. Okay? You have some people today who wake up frustrated because they see other people pursuing careers that make them happy. You would be surprised how many people get furious, or not furious, get jealous or envious because people they know are doing jobs they love. Let me give you an example. Some people like being nurses. Some people like being a firefighter. You know? But at the end of the day, you are investing your time to doing something that will give you the life you want. Like I told you guys before, it is not about being rich. Being rich is not the point. You don't have to be rich to live a decent life. It's about living a life that makes you happy. That's success. The mistake people make in society, I know for America. In America, you are taught that money equals happiness. There are many rich people who hate their lives. Will they ever talk about it? No. Because if a rich person told you right now that they hate their life, people will think that they're crazy. They're like, how can you hate your life when we have all this money? In the United States, we were taught to pursue money. So many people spend their time pursuing money, and yet they're not happy. Look at all these celebrities in today's era. Alcoholics, drug users. Why is that? Because a lot of them don't like their lives. They like the money that comes with it. They like traveling. They like the special treatment. But as time goes on, they are around many fake people. They are dealing with people are trying to steal from them all the time. So money does not equal happiness in the United States. And see, in these other countries, okay, in this example, I'm going to speak on like Europe, okay. In Europe, their quality of life is so much better. Okay, many European countries, you are given 4 to 6 weeks paid vacation, and you work full time of 32 hours per week, and you get free healthcare coverage. Free healthcare coverage. So when you go to the doctor, you pay the amount that's required. Okay? That's how it works over there in many of these European countries. In the United States, you got to have health insurance, okay? And in some cases, if you can't pay the bill, doctors don't even want to talk to you. Oh yes, I am telling you right now. There are some cases, if you don't have insurance, they are not going to see you. Because if you can't pay with insurance, there's no way you are going to pay without insurance. So that's why doctors, in some cases, if you don't have insurance, they are not going to talk to you. So just imagine this. You can't see the doctor because of insurance, because of money. So your health is on the line, but because you don't have insurance, you can't see the doctor. What kind of life is that? You would be surprised how there are some Americans today who don't know or understand that when the ambulance comes to pick you up, they're charging you that bill for the ambulance. So you're being charged for the ambulance, then you're being charged by the emergency room. So there's a price on your head if you get sick. And some people would say this joke, which I understand now as I'm older, is that you can't afford to get sick. Okay? We live in America today where money is the main objective. And by the time you get money, you end up miserable. Because this is what happens, right? Most people, okay, let me explain how it works. By the time you enter your mid to late 20s, you are pursuing your career, and many people you know are in different career paths, right? So you end up working by yourself. So by the time you spend most of your free time alone trying to build your career, you already lost most of your connections or your friends. You lost most of it already, right? So by the time you get your wealth and you get your success, what happens? You're by yourself now. Because most of the people you know live in different areas, and the new people you make and the new friends you make are only going to talk to you because you have material possessions. This is the life we live in America today. That's why I tell you guys all the time that living in America is not healthy. It's not healthy at all. People today are going crazy. Why is there so many shootings in America? Because people are broke. People are stressed out. All these shootings you see going on in society, I'm telling you right now, it's going on because of social isolation and because of poverty. There are some people out there working paycheck to paycheck, right? And now they lost their job. Do you really think a person in their 30s is going to find a job so easily? Not going to happen. Of course, these people are going to go crazy. It's not justified, but they go crazy because of it. Because they have no resources, they have no money. Now you lost your job, you have to pay your rent, pay your electric bill, pay your credit card, pay all your debts. The debt, a collector does not care if you lost your job or not. It's more like, we want our money. So why won't people go crazy? Okay? You know, I've been reading a lot of articles. I read some articles, I read some things online. about Americans leaving the United States to other countries. And one thing that really popped up to me was the quality of life. The quality of life is why people are leaving. In America, you can make money out here. You really can. Let's be very honest. You live in America, you can make a lot of money compared to other countries. You really can. But it comes at a price, though. You feel me? It comes at a price. Most Americans today are not happy. Many Europeans don't work as much, and they have more free time, and they're more happy. People don't understand this. People don't understand this. Every country has their pros and cons. Every country. But in America, it's materialistic, and people are just losing it. I've been to Canada. Okay? Canada is the exact same thing as the United States. The only difference about Canada and the United States, the only difference that I noticed is that it's a little bit cheaper to live there. It's a little bit cheaper. And more people are people are a little bit more friendly to you. That's the main difference. People are leaving the United States because there's no social life out here. No one talks to each other. What kind of life is that where you work 40 hours a week and you have no one to talk to, no one to hang out with? I have one of my friends, same story. He told me the exact same story. He's older than me though. He told me the exact same story. He just goes to work and that's it. He goes to the gym and exercises, but that's it. That's all he does. Doesn't really hang out with anybody on a weekly or monthly basis. It's just one of those things. So this is the life we live in America today. Are people really happy? I know most people are not happy. And everything I'm telling you guys, you cannot find these things in articles. Okay? You can't find them in articles. What's happening is that I am seeing these things based on observation. This is what's happening in America today. If you guys don't understand how things work, you gotta wake up quick. Because there's some people who wake up and understand how a society works. They understand how a society works. But by the time they wake up, it's too late. They can't change careers. They don't have the financial ability to change careers. They're in massive debt. Before you know it, they're stuck in a life that they do not want. So you have to understand what you want. So anyhow, let me know what you think. Peace.